Who got snubbed and who does not deserve to be on that freaking list? So the list is out. This is the official list of the Ballon d'Or. And we're going to go through this list. Because there is some, obviously we'll get to the whole Rodrygo thing separately, but let's just look at the list and let's just see who deserves to be on here and who doesn't deserve to be on here. So this is Ballon d'Or nominees of 2024, and I believe it's of the season. Bellingham, amazing season for Real Madrid, amazing debut season for Real Madrid, said what's up, bricked it at the Euros, apart from that overhead kick, and he played well in the final, but based on just what he did for Real Madrid, La Liga winner, UCL winner, and his performances, deserves to be there. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, amazing for Inter Milan. Obviously, didn't do well in the UCL, didn't say much for Euro, Turkey tax, but was one of Inter Milan's best players who were not only the best team in Serie, I still think we're one of the best teams in Europe and should have beaten Atleti. He deserves to be on the list. Dani Carvajal, UCL winner, La Liga winner, Euro winner. He scored in the UCL final and has been arguably the best right back in the world. Name me a better right back than Dani Carvajal in the world right now. No. He's arguably the best right back in the world. Ruben Dias, not so good for Portugal. Captain, leader, and a main stalwart, helping City to do an unprecedented 4 in a row in the Premier League. All right. Artem Dovbyk, breakout team, the most surprised team, one of the most surprised teams this season. Actually, the most surprised team this season has been Girona. And I believe he finished top scorer in La Liga. So to finish top scorer or to score those many goals for a team like Girona, I think that is Dodd. So based off Dodd, get him in there. Foden, garbage at the Euros, absolutely terrible. He was trash. He sold fruit, but he was one of the best players in the Premier League. He said was scoring against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu and was very key in helping City do 4 in a row. So based on what he did for City, cool. Grimaldo, hey, Bayer Leverkusen alongside Girona were one of the surprise teams, and I'd argue he was one of the best fullbacks, wingbacks for in Europe this season. So for a key part of Leverkusen who did the unprecedented winning their very first league title ever, I think he deserves on the list. Haaland, goal tax. Scored way too many goals. He deserves to be there. Like, yes, doesn't pass the eye, it says boom, but he scored too many goals. Mats Hummels. He was good. He was good. But you see, this goes to a point of where defending in this era is trash. Like, defending has fun of like, bro, he would be sickened. That guy behind me, Bart Simpson right there behind me, he would be sickened by how defending has fallen. So I'm not sure whether Hummels deserves to be there. Hummels has been good. He's been quality. But when you just compare Hummels to some of the defenders that I grew up with, and him as well, so I'm a bit iffy with Hummels. Here's the thing about Harry Kane. He did well in the Bundesliga. He scored goals. And I believe he finished top scorer. So based on the goals scored for Bayern, it was good. I personally wouldn't put him on this list. Because I don't understand how you come to a team who have won at least one trophy since 2012, and the year that you come there, they end up trophyless. You don't come clutch in key games, specifically in the games against Leverkusen. And against England, you were freaking garbage and trash. And yet again, you wet the bed in a major final. So Harry Kane, I'm not sure whether he should be on this list, personally. Because I don't believe what he did for Bayern was enough for him to be on this list, despite all the goals that he scored. Because look, anyone can start bad if you're a Bayern striker. So for me, I don't think Harry Kane should be on this list. Toni Kroos, money for Real Madrid. Did I for Johnny? Boom. Look, man. Yes! Niger know they carry last. Look, yeah, pretty good domestic season. To drop a 3-piece against a team who had not lost a single game in a European final, and I believe it is the best hat-trick ever scored in a major European final. That's alone 100% put in the list. And added to the fact, when our so-called amazing striker, known as Osimhen, decided not to show up, he was our best attacker at that AFCON. So he had a great AFCON, European winner, scoring a 3-piece in a European Cup final. He is our African Football Player of the Year. So 100% deserves to be on the list. Emi Martinez, I think this is really Copa America tax. And you would argue he's arguably the most, next to Courtois, he's the most clutch keeper in the world. So based on clutchness, boom. Lautaro Martinez has a case. Forget it, of course he's been list. He has a case. I agree. UCL, he wet the bed. Top scorer in Serie. Won the Scudetto with Inter Milan, being Inter's best and most important player and their captain. Copa America, I believe he was top scorer in Copa America. Won Copa America with Argentina, scoring the winning goal in the Copa America final in extra time to beat Colombia. Lautaro Martinez has a case. That's all I'm saying. When you look at what he's done, his body of work, because he has, very few of these guys have a 12-2 flex. Bellingham doesn't have a 12-2 flex. Foden doesn't have a 2 flex. Haaland doesn't have a 2 flex. Kane doesn't have a 12-2 flex. He has a 2 flex, which is club and country. One for club, one for country, was one of the best players for his club, was one of the best players for his country. He has a case. And Lautaro Martinez has a strong case to take that trophy. But, PR tax. Mbappe. Mbappe's my guy. He's my guy. He's still Messi's biological father. He's still Messi's biological father. But why is this the home of football analysis? In the intro, it says, it's the kid, half hope. It's the kid, half hope. It's the kid, half hope. So because it's the kid, half hope, I've got to give it a stack. Mbappe shouldn't be on this list. What did you do for PSG? What you do in Uber Eats, aka I'm loving it, shouldn't count. Against Dortmund, UCL semi, didn't do much. Even in the UCL, he didn't do that much. Scoring against a 10-man Barca. At the Euros, greatly underperformed. Greatly. So based on what he did for PSG, specifically in the UCL, and what he did for France at the Euros, Mbappe should not be on this list. I said it. Should be on this list. Odegaard, yep, he should be. One of the best players in the Premier League. And I'd argue could be in there. So just based on just how good he was, performance-wise, boom, Odegaard should be there. Olmo, Euros tax. One of the best players at the Euros. He was amazing. Leipzig in, but Euros. Cole Palmer, 100%. Without him, for Chelsea, we get relegated. Off the bench, he was money for England, and he scored in the Euro final. He was one of England's best players. In a trash team, he was arguably one of England's best players. Rice, he did very well. Arsenal, England, but did very well for Arsenal, so 100%. Rodri, yeah. Now he shouldn't win. Let's be real. I'm saying he should be on the list. Nah, I told you, Lautaro Martinez and Dani Carvajal have a better case. Dani Carvajal and Lautaro Martinez have a better case to win the Ballon d'Or than Rodri. They do, 100%. So don't you dare put Rodri ahead of Lautaro Martinez. Don't. So for Rodri, 100% should be on there because what he did for City was a key, consistent performer for City in them winning the Premier League. And he was one of Spain's best players in them winning the Euros. Not Spain's best player. And you got subbed off in the final. And your replacement, Zubimendi, did your job better than you did it. But 100% deserves to be on the list. One of City's most important players. Rodrygo is arguably the best defender in the world. The best pure defender in the world right now is Rodrygo. La Liga winner, UCL winner on that list. Saka, quality for Arsenal, pretty good for England. Saka, okay, I'm like, yeah, okay. I think Odegaard, Iloma, but Saka, okay, for Arsenal. Saliba, yes. One of the best defenders in the Premier League, for sure. Yes. Valverde, quality for Real Madrid. La Liga, UCL, boom. Vini should be the Ballon d'Or winner. Yes, he wet the bed for Brazil. He did not do that well, but he was out and out the best player in the world, specifically for what he did for Real and what he did in the UCL, coming clutch in the UCL in those big games. Just for that, because everyone else underperformed internationally, specifically his contemporaries, boom. But I'll say this right now. We shouldn't be having a Vinny Rodri discussion. We should be having maybe a Vinny Lautaro Martinez discussion. So Lautaro has a case. But Vinny, La Liga clutch, UCL clutch. I believe he's the best player in the world right now. He should win it. Vitinha, cool. PSG tax, quality player. Nico Williams, Euros tax was amazing at the Euros. Vets, huge for Leverkusen, massive for Leverkusen. Xhaka, again, massive for Leverkusen. And your boy Lamine Yamal, who I believe is probably second best player in the world. So Yamal, amazing for Barca as a 16-year-old, and he set a new record, youngest ever player to score at a Euros against freaking France. So, and was money off of the Euros and was one of the best players at the Euros at his age, 100%. So there's a name missing. Or is there a name missing? Is there a name missing? So this is what Rodrygo put out. Should Rodrygo have been on this list? My answer is yes. My answer is yes. Oh yeah, so he put this my emoji. So my answer is yes. Because he played a key. Because remember, we're not talking about he should win it. List. So are you telling me that? So you're telling me that. See, no, this is where it gets crazy. When I say he should win, this is where it gets crazy. Saka deserves to be on the list ahead of Rodrygo. Foden deserves to be on the list ahead of Rodrygo. Hummel deserves to be on the list ahead of Rodrygo. I'll be real with you. Mbappe does not deserve to be on the list ahead of Rodrygo. I already told you. Mbappe should not be on this list. Harry Kane should be on this list. Nico Williams, I know you had a good Euros. Nico Williams should not be on this list ahead of Rodrygo. So, okay, yes, they didn't do so well in Copa America, but based on what he did for Real Madrid, bro, didn't he score against City? Last I checked, in that second leg, didn't he score against? He scored twice. He scored in the first leg and in the second leg against City. So, I think for Rodrygo, and this is where we now get into the whole Rodrygo discussion here, which Rodrygo needs to be real. You see, Rodrygo at Real Madrid, there's so many guys ahead of you. The spotlight will never shine upon you. You'll always be a glorified side chick at Real Madrid. I'm sorry. As long as you stay at Real Madrid, you will always be a glorified side chick. Vinny, Bellingham, now even Endrick, and for sure Mbappe, they will always get a greater shine than you. The only way that you'll be fully appreciated as the talented player you are is you've got to go to a team where you are a main character, not an NPC. Because at Real Madrid, you will always remain to be an NPC. You have to go to a club where I am wifey. I'm not a side chick. I'm not a side piece. I'm not a escort. I'm wifey. I'm your wife. Okay, 24/7 lockdown. Shoot program. So, and I think because how does it not make the list? To not make the, because I think if you're Rodrygo, like, and which is why I think this is the best thing that could have happened to Rodrygo, because what Rodrygo will now do is like, as long as I stay here, will I be appreciated? Rodrygo starts for most teams in the world. Give me any team. Bayern, Barca, City, Juve. Name any team. Rodrygo starts. Rodrygo starts. Because there is no other team that has as many quality attacking options as Real Madrid. In any other team, Rodrygo is a first option player. And I think if he goes to another team and is a first option player and he's playing every single week and is allowed to show his ability every single time, we'll begin to appreciate this. this guy's footballing ability is very good. This guy's dribbling is very good. I've never been a Rodrygo hater. I've never been that. I've always seen that, no. This guy has great footballing ability and he's a big game player. We also waited against Man City this past UCL season and the crazy season that's when they won the UCL the last time, scoring those 2 late goals. So, let's be real. For Rodrygo, it's an insult. I'd be pissed. I would be pissed if I was Rodrygo. I was like, bro, again, I'm sorry, guys. Mbappe should not be on this list ahead of him. Kane should not be on this list ahead of him. How is Saka ahead of Rodrygo? Let's stop there. And I love Saka. How is Saka ahead of Rodrygo? How is Kane ahead of Rodrygo? How is Mbappe ahead of Rodrygo? But do you know what the answer is? Kane is a big name and is a regular starter for Bayern. Mbappe is a huge, massive name, arguably the biggest name in football right now. Saka plays for Arsenal, one of the most popular clubs in the world, and is a regular starter for them. And the problem, Rodrygo, is you do play for the biggest club in the world, but are you a regular starter for the biggest club in the world? Simple. Are you a regular starter for those dudes? So if you're not a regular starter where you can be a main star and a main player, not a glorified side chick, that's the issue, because all those guys that are ahead of you, who I don't think they should be ahead of you, they should not be. Saka is a regular starter. Kane is a regular starter. Mbappe was a regular starter for PSG. Are you a regular starter and a regular player and a point A player for Real Madrid? Or are you a glorified side chick? That's the issue. So Rodrygo, either you remain here and keep fighting for your place, or you go to a club that can guarantee you start every single week and treats you as a main star.